Hydraulic fracturing, or fracking, is the process of extracting natural gas from deep within the earth. This is done using a drill and hydraulic fracturing fluid, which comprises of water, sand, and chemicals. The water bores into the earth layer, and the sand keeps the cracks open, allowing natural gas to leak through. There are two main sides when looking at this controversial process. One is the economic side, and one is the environmental side. Let's take a look at the pros and cons of the environmental side. One of the pros on the environmental side is that natural gas harvested from fracking actually releases less carbon than coal burning. However, less than half of the reduced carbon over the past 6 years is from replacing coal burning to shale gas for electrical energy, the main goal of fracking. Along with the pros of fracking, there are many cons as well. The main cause of concern of fracking is the large amount of environmental risk that comes with it. One of these concerns is the excess of water used in the process of fracking and the contamination of groundwater from the fracking fluid. Wastewater from fracking contains hydrocarbon constituents, and along with the fracking fluid, it must be properly disposed, otherwise the hazardous chemicals will be released into the environment. Another way fracking can contaminate groundwater is the release of methane that comes with it. This may cause an explosion. Another one of the many environmental risks is air pollution. The methane released from fracking not only contaminates the air, but it also has a higher global warming potential than carbon dioxide, which contributes greatly to climate change. The process of fracking can also cause small earthquakes, which can open new seismic faults. Another cause for concern is the long and short-term health effects caused by fracking. 75% of the 353 chemicals used in fracking can affect the skin, eyes, and the sensory organs. 52% affect the nervous system, 40% affect the immune and kidney system, and 46% affect the cardiovascular system and the blood. Fracking isn't entirely environmental, however. There is a large economic side to this as well. Just like the environmental side, there are pros and cons to the economic side as well. The relatively new process of fracking is expected to create jobs and revenue through the export of the liquefied natural gas. Natural gas is expected to be the energy source of the future, replacing coal burning. However, even with all this potential, fracking still has cons associated with the economic side as well. One of these is the potential health effects on workers. The workers are exposed to dust with high levels of respirable crystalline silica, which may cause silicosis, which is a lung disease. Another con is groundwater contamination. Water is an incredibly valuable resource, and the loss of this resource would be devastating. Fracking may also damage the land, and in turn, this damages the value of the surrounding property. Now, after we consider all the pros, the cons, the economic side, as well as the environmental side, we have to ask, is fracking really worth it? As we weigh our pros and our cons, eventually it gets to a point where the scale starts tipping. There are too many cons to compensate for the limited amount of pros that come with fracking. Is fracking really worth it? The answer is a resounding no. Fracking is detrimental because it poses a larger environmental risk than economic gain. Based on all these factors, fracking should not be allowed in BC.